So much pain, I'm like, when's it gonna stop? So much pain, cause my life's been a lot. So much pain, I'm getting tired of these blocks. I'm in last place right now, but I soon reach the top. So much pain, I'm like, when's it gonna stop?
Welcome back to the Last Place podcast, people. It's good to be back. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for all the love and support, comments, the likes, the messages. We've had messages. The last couple episodes, or the last episode, took a little long to come out. That's my bad. Just been busy and stuff. People have been messaging me like, "Yo, where's the episode? Where's the episode? Where's the episode?" So I was like, you know what? Let me get it. Let me get you the episode. So shout out everyone that's been tuning in, asking for the episode. Part 3 of the last one's out now. By the time you probably see this one, I'm sure you've probably watched it. But yeah, take that one in. Take this one in when it drops. But yeah, thank you for all the love and support. We're back. Feels like it's been a while. Feels like it's been a long while, my boy. So yeah, I'm your host, Young Double. Sex is my life. Sex is trans. Sex is belly. Sexton. All of the above. To my right.
It's your boy, Big Tycoon, Mr. Chestnut Checkers, Mr. We're Not Going Anywhere. Bow.
Yeah, short and sweet. Tycoon's got some topics we want to talk about that he wants to talk about, actually. I actually didn't bring it to the table today because Tycoon was just like, yo, I got this. So I said,
but this is what we've been talking about, though, off camera, innit?
That for sure.
This
But
is what we've been talking about off camera.
You just brought it to the masses right now.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, let's do it. So, Tycoon,
let's go, man. Yeah. So
take it away.
We like to say the subject is black economics, innit? Obviously, we know we got people that watch that are from different demographics and that.
Different walks of life.
So it'd probably be interesting for you to listen to this to see how we see things, innit? Because obviously we're all human, but I know we all have different life experiences.
For sure.
Naturally, because we all come from different cultures, come from different backgrounds, but yeah. We're just going to talk about our own experiences and how we see things and our culture and shit, stuff like that. So, yeah.
And what we know, what we don't know, what we've learned, what we wish we learned.
Yeah.
We might teach each other something new today, you get me?
Yeah, facts.
Or we might teach you guys something new today.
Facts. So
and whatever we don't know, you might teach us.
Facts. So yeah, if you're watching this and you feel like they're talking about something that you can't relate to, still tune in and still listen and share your thoughts and let us know what you think, innit? And yeah, we'll get into it. But yeah, obviously off camera we've been talking a lot more recently about like financial management, planning for the future, everything. And the hot topic right now is like stocks, innit? And yeah, bro, I think we're talking and yeah, it's kind of transpired into man realizing how the rich stay rich, in it.
100% blood.
And I think, yeah, coming from our backgrounds and stuff like that, yeah, I know we've spoke about financial management and stuff before, and you know how we had to learn a lot ourselves. Still shout out to our parents and everyone, yeah.
Couldn't have done it without yous.
Of course, because they passed the torch to us to take it further, innit? But
basically, yeah,
bro, just like in relation to stocks and that, obviously you're more versed in it now. Yeah, it's this man realizing, like, not saying how simple it is, but there's certain things that are like, oh my God, like,
how simple is this?
How simple is this? This has always existed. And yeah, bro, just talk on it, innit? Like, I would say, yeah, how the rich stay rich, bro, and how something just as like putting £100 away
can change a life, blood, or two,
yeah,
or a generation.
Yeah.
So just to bounce off of that, like I've mentioned it many a times. I'm into stocks and shares and stuff now. This is something that my family's been into. Some of my brethren have been into for a while. I've only kind of recently got into it, but I'm like full steam ahead. I've been telling Tycoon about it a lot, saying, yo, pattern this. It took him like a year to create an account.
Yeah.
It took him like a year to create an account. But in relation to what you're saying about like the rich staying rich, obviously as I'm older, as I'm making money, as I want to invest, or I'm trying to figure out where to put my money and how to save money and to think about the future, things like buying a home, or like, this is a good topic because remember a few months ago, I was talking about buying a home, but like my target has sort of swayed away from the home now after speaking to somebody who owns homes who's basically said, leave the housing market alone at the moment. It's crashing or it's about to crash. So they've said basically the peas that you was putting away or save, invest it into stocks and shares. I challenged it. I was like, why? They're basically saying that, you know, housing is just super expensive to either rent or to buy. A lot of people are moving back home with family. A lot of people can't afford these prices, so they would go back, and it's leaving a lot of homes on the market with no tenants. The people who are paying for the house, you're paying, if you live by yourself anyway, you're paying for another home that you can't get people in. And let's say you can't get the government to take the house off of you to, you know, pay it, like, so you kind of you can potentially get stuck. Or let's say you try to Airbnb and it's not successful, or you're left paying a mortgage and you can go into debt and blah blah blah. So when he's sort of broken that obviously, I know somebody in the comments will probably say housing is the best thing. No, that's all lies. If you want to make it work, you'll make it work. I'm just thinking of the quote unquote the worst situations in it. But it can be successful, but that's a huge risk to take on a house that's worth 300 bags to not really get nowhere with it. And even if I wasn't getting anywhere with it and I made something shaking 6 months after, to pay 6 months worth of mortgages, rent, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot of bread, bro.
And the money's sometimes just stuck there. And
it's
not really, yeah.
So as a man, one of my brethren who owns a home, he just basically said, yo, do this. And after that, bro, my life changed. I'm not getting it twisted. I was learning about it prior. I was telling him that I was looking into it and I was getting into it. But that particular conversation, that's what made me go all in. So back to what you were saying about the rich staying rich. It just taught me things about, like, having a stocks and shares ISA, for example, people. It's like a standard ISA. You can put 20K into it, up to 20K per year, like a standard cash ISA that you can do like a bank. But any of the returns that you make, completely tax-free. So if you max out your stocks and shares ISA 20K, and that 20K becomes 500 bags, tax-free. You don't pay nothing on it because it was made with the 20K of interest-free money that you put in. Yeah. If you put 21 bags in, you'll pay the interest on the one bag.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know if it's whatever the profit makes off the one, but as long as you stay within the 20 bags, it's tax free. Like, I know a lot of investors in the UK put enough money in each month to equal 20 bags. So I don't know how much that is over 12 months. So I don't know if it's what
per month?
Yeah. Is that 2 bags? Just under 2 bags?
No, it's probably like 1.8 or something. Yeah.
Something like that. Like a lot of them put in 1.8 each month.
Yeah.
Because it equals 20 bags on the dot, essentially, or just a little bit below, like 19,996 or something like that. But that there changed everything on my perspective, because I opened up a cash ISA that you can put up to 20 bags of saving in there. But then they only want to give man 4% interest.
Or is that just the normal savings?
Standard, cash ISA. They want to give man 4% like max
per annum,
like per month.
Okay,
so
4% per month.
Yeah.
That's still all right though.
It's all right.
But yeah, in comparison to stocks and shares,
in comparison to,
that's all right still.
In comparison to an ETF,
like
a Vanguard All World or a S&P 500 that's been like known to
10%.
To give either 10% or 20% per year, like guaranteed.
Yeah. And it could go up as well.
And it can go up. You don't get it twisted, it could go down as well. That's the only thing that's good about the bank, and it's 4% guaranteed as long as you don't take the bread out. But if it's been a good year, it could be 20%. If it's been a real good year, it could be 50%. You know what I'm saying? Or just giving an example. Some people are like, there's never been a 50% increase in an S&P. I'm just giving examples of how this stuff works, and it's just risk management. It's how much you're willing to take the risk and stuff. And at this point in my life, I'm ready to risk it all, blood. I'm young, I'm fly, I'm lit, and I'm making a decent amount of money to be able to invest now. And what I would say is have a rainy day fund. So I've got money put in a standard cash ISA, whereas if ish hits the fan, I can fall back and have it. That's there, just in a standard one where it's not being invested and it can't go down, it can go up or whatever. But majority of my P's is going into a stocks and shares ISA now.
So we know with the cash ISA, you can liquidate it straight away.
Yeah, but you pay the penalty instantly.
How much?
Not like a penalty of like a cash amount. Basically, for most cash ISAs, if you withdraw the money, the month, I think it's like the following month, that you will get the interest payment. So let's say your interest payment is on the 1st every single month. If you take the bread out on the 8th, you take like, I don't know, you got 10 bags in the account, you take 5 bags out because of an emergency. The month after, you'll get like 0.3% interest. So you might, they'll give you like 10 pence for the month after, but then after that month, it will go back up to like the 4% or whatever.
Oh, because you messed about with it.
Basically. Basically. But so with a stocks and shares ISA, you can withdraw it, no penalties, no whatever. The broker might take a look at change, but other than that, that's about it. And it's nothing crazy.
So what is your cash ISA in Trading 212?
No. My cash ISA is just with my bank. It's just with TSB.
But you can do one in Trading 212 as well, innit?
I don't know if you can do. I think so. It's just called savings, so probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
But I'd just prefer to keep that in my bank in it, just because of obviously being in the UK. It being a UK, I can go to the bank, withdraw my cash, or speak to them about the issues on my account or whatever. Whereas that is just like, I can't do that from a bank.
Yeah.
I can't do that the stocks and shares ISA from a bank.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why it's good to have multiple bank accounts or multiple accounts of different things on it. And that's why I was talking to you before about like having a lifetime ISA, for example. I still need to open one of those. So that's my next mission. So I either do that either this week or next week. And a lifetime ISA is like sort of like a help to buy ISA. I missed the help to buy ISA train. I don't know. Did you manage to get one back in the day?
No.
Yeah. So a lifetime ISA is similar to that. So I think for every, or I don't really know too much. I don't know if it's for every 4 bags, you get a bag, or if you've got 4 bags in there, you'll get $1,000 a year or something like that. But essentially they just they give you money and help you out to buy your first property. Yeah. But I think if you take the money out, you get a penalty.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not really on the property thing like that, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do. But I might just, what they always say to you anyway, people like, what's my man who does the money saving stuff, Martin Lewis or something?
Yeah.
My man said open one anyway. He said all you have to do to open one is put £1 in. Because if your mind changes, and let's say the housing market does go super down, and you're thinking, you know, I do actually want to sell here, or it would be good to buy a property here, or something happens where you're like, you know, we can buy a yard here and just have this, like, he's saying that's a good place to start, so you can start putting the money in there whenever you want. Okay. So he's just saying, you'll open one, put £1 in there, and that's how I'm thinking with things now. Like, because if I had opened a help to buy back when I was 18 or whatever, bro, I don't know where I would be right. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what that thing is now.
So that scheme's done?
Yeah, long time.
Okay.
Help to buy is done, but they're saying that lifetime ISAs might be done soon as well. So that's why they're saying put £1 in, just open the account. You can put the money in whatever, because once the account's open, I don't think they can withdraw it.
So what's the lifetime ISA then?
So like I said, it kind of works the same as like a help to buy. So you basically put the money in, and then you get returns back on it for, like, let's say I think it's $4,000 minimum. They'll give you $1,000. Like I said, I don't know if it's for every $4,000 or is it you get as long as there's $4,000 in there, you'll get $1,000 a year from the government to help you to buy a property in the UK.
Okay. And that's tax free. The money that you put in there.
I'd assume so. I'm not too sure, but I'd assume so.
Yeah. Okay.
But these are little things, like, imagine if I got 3 of these things going, you know what I'm saying? I've got my savings account, I got my stocks working for me, and then I've got the lifetime ISA. So if I was planning to get a property, I've got all of these different things. We've got my cash that I'm using for an emergency, but that's building interest, 4% each month. And depending on how much I've got in there, I'm making an extra £40, £50, £60 in interest. My stocks and shares is going up by 10%, 15%, 30% some days. By the end of the year, I've done 30% on there. I've made 4 bags back off my general investment, and then I've got 4 bags in here. The government's just give me an extra $1,000 just for having the money in there. Like, over 5-6 years, bro. I blink and I've got 20 bags.
And that's the thing, innit? Like, why this ties back to how the rich stay rich, because these things don't take effort
at all.
It don't take effort
at all. And the rich know these things, and they either know it from early because they've been taught it, or if they've learned later on in life, they've probably either maximized on it. So if they have learned later on, they might not have come from anything rich, but they've just pumped everything they've had into it, or they've had it, put it in, and then they've seen crazy returns. Because like we were saying before, people with a lot of money in like certain stocks and stuff will get dividends back. So that's like a company appreciating or thanking you for owning the share and stuff. And like there's one guy on TikTok who literally has 80 to 100 bags in his account. And he gets $1,000 back each month just off of the few stocks that he's got. Like if he was to double that and get 2 bags a month, he wouldn't have to work, bro.
Yeah, no, facts.
He could just figure out life because he's got a wage coming in from his savings. And then on top of just the dividends he's got the 200 bags as well. So he can just do it.
Yeah. And another thing as well, because it's like, I can't remember, your cousin said it in it. I can't remember what the conversation specifically was, but it was more like, obviously now, you know, with the whole stocks thing, yeah. Like, for example, we always buy the new iPhone, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but we never think about Apple stock.
Yeah. So, for example, my cousin, shout out my cousins. My cousin sent me a video basically talking about how we're just so quick to be a consumer or consumers because we buy the iPhone every year. We buy the new PlayStation consoles, whatever it is. Like, why don't we own a piece of the company? The company's there to be owned by us. So he basically said, like, or the video basically said, I can't remember, was it Stephen Bartlett? It might have been in it. I think Stephen Bartlett was interviewing a guy or something. But he basically said, let's say the iPhone's been around for the last 15 years. He said, how many iPhones have you had? He said, I've had every single one. This is what the brother's saying. And he was like, how much is each iPhone? He was like, oh, it's £800. Or let's say 10 years, it's £800. You spend £800 every year for the last 10 years. How much is that?
8 bags.
8 bags. He's like, you've given Apple 8 bags. He's like, if you had invested 8 bags into the Apple stock over the last 10 years, you'd have 100 bags right now. Yeah. So this is how
the rich stay rich.
This is how the rich stay rich, and this is what I'm learning now.
Yeah.
And that's just one thing. And that, like I said, these things don't require much time. As long as what I'm doing long term in it. So I'm just putting my peas in. I'm just letting it sit. I'm not doing this whole thing where I have to keep checking and taking peas out and blah blah blah. Like eventually I'll probably get to that. But as of now, I'm just putting my bread into things I believe in and things I know that are gonna work well. And when like me doing this, I can still go to work. I could even set up a business and do this on the side and not have to worry about that. So this is just, I see this as like another bank account. You get me?
100%.
Another bank account that I might have to just take a bit more care of here and there, you know, just check to see what I'm doing and what could be good and whatever I can, you know, go further with. But for the most part, this should be the standard. And I was telling Hunter this yesterday as well. Yeah. This should be the norm.
I can raise my hand like I'm in school. Go ahead. Pretty sure.
No, that's it. But yeah, this should be the norm still. And I know this now. Like I put a lot of people on. I'm telling people, yo, this, and I'm like, you know what? Why has nobody told me about this? Or I've seen this and I just thought it was this and whatever. But it's a lot easier. People think.
Facts. And I think to pivot off that, I think number one, because I feel like everyone knows about trading in it.
Yeah. Forex and that.
Yeah, but you see where it is. Back to how the rich stay rich. I think, and obviously you can mash peas in trading in it, but at the same time, people go into trading because of naturally it's like the overnight rich success.
Yes. Yeah.
But what man's more talking about now is more wealth building in it.
Yes.
And to pivot again, like you see what you was mentioning about the whole £800 and blah blah blah. Yeah. Not blah blah blah, but £800 and every iPhone. Oh, some iPhones now is like $1,000 or whatever, and how much that would be over 10 years. I feel like back to the whole black economics thing. Yeah, I feel like our culture, black culture, we have been programmed by our cult, like music or whatever, to be consumers in it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because like the number one thing in black culture is rap music in it and hip hop music. That's our thing in it. All they talk about in that music is like
Spend. Trick.
Fly.
Yeah.
It's consumerism, innit?
Yeah,
And
facts.
naturally, you can listen to these music and think, oh, it's not having no effect on me. But naturally, it does. It's gonna reprogram your subconscious mind, bro. Like in how you operate. But until you stop and be like, what am I actually doing? Like you said, I'm spending. You're not even realizing you're a consumer. You're not even realizing you're getting every single new iPhone. You're not even realizing, like, even if you do have a contract, you might say, I don't buy every iPhone outright. You're not even realizing when you're on a contract.
You're paying more.
Some people are paying £80 per month on a contract. But like you said, you can put that into a stock. You always buy new Nike trainers. You always buy new trainers. People will always say, I always buy Air Force. That means Nike's all like. Why didn't you invest in Nike stock?
And sorry to cut you. I follow a page on Reddit. Yeah, it's called Road to 1 Million. And sometimes they're trolling people. Sometimes they troll themselves. Like put up silly posts like, "Guys, I'm about to be rich." Like some boy posted like he was young. He's like 18 or a bit younger. He was like, "I just bought my first stock. I'm gonna be rich overnight." He bought like SpaceX. He bought one share of SpaceX, and it went up by like 4%. So he literally made like £3, and he was like, "Yo, I'm out of here."
Yeah,
like that. There is like, even though it's silly, it's the beginning. though.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
it's the beginning. It, bro, I swear, like, there's nothing more powerful than that.
Yeah,
it's literally the start of what is to come.
Yeah, facts.
And on top of what you were saying about the music and stuff, it's like a generational thing as well. A lot of our parents or our grandparents, or they'll think that all of that stuff's just gambling or it's untrustworthy. Unless you can see the bread, put it in the bank or take it from the bank, it's not worth your time and effort.
And you know what it is as well, yeah? I think, because remember, consumerism also leads to debt, innit? Because when you're have a consumeristic mindset, you can over leverage yourself to buy things in it, and because you want to fit in or you want to stand out or you want to look the part in it. And we've already talked about this in previous episodes. You don't need to spend X amount to look the part. You can look the part by, spending £100 an outfit, whatever. But bro, I feel like when it comes to our culture, and I don't like to generalize, but I'm gonna generalize in it because I'm black and I'm speaking on our culture, and that's what I'm allowed to. But yeah, bro, I feel like it's not at the forefront to do these things.
Not at all. Sorry, and that's the point I was gonna make when I with the geezer on Reddit. Everyone on there was like trolls and messes around, but they're like, "Yo, talk to me, like, what are your expenses like?" And then he mentioned iPhone. I pay monthly £80. He was like, F that. He was like, "When did your contract end?" He was like, "Yo, buy a phone outright, save for a phone outright, and the P's that you would spend." He was like, if you can get it down to £30,
put it into it.
Get just use the iPhone you've got now. Get a SIM only. The P's that you were spending on that now sense. Put it into a share. So if you can use the new phone for, even if it's just a year, bro, and you can get that phone down to that contract down to £20, SIM only. The other £60 you're using, put that into an S&P, put that into a whatever.
I'm gonna do that, because my contract recently ended.
Bro,
I got a £15 SIM.
Bro, that, like, if you was paying for it anyway, you're not missing out on it. Now you're building your future. And you see, like, when people are talking more and more like that, bro, I double down even more.
You see, and this is the thing. This is where How to Rich Stay Rich, just to link it back again, because that, you see, that thinking there is a super, super long term, because someone's gonna see, why am I gonna put what can £50 do? So that's how. Let's be realistic. That's what people are thinking, like, innit? What can £50 do? But if you think about, like you said, £50 over 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, it's not £50 no more.
It's not.
It starts off as a little snowball, but like £50 turns into an avalanche.
And this is the thing. Anybody who doesn't know about trading or is thinking about trade, you don't need a lot of money. You don't even need, to be fair, you don't actually need any money. And you want to know why? Because look how many people I referred recently.
Okay, yeah.
I got P's for people I was referring. So when I first started and I was understanding it and I was getting people into it, I referred people. I was getting free £10, £30, £40. And realistically, I could have just invested that and not put any bread in and just left it for 5 years. I could wake up and I've got 10 bags in an account. So you actually don't even need no P's. You can just be smart with it. But if you're putting in P's, let's say the Hunter's talking about £50. let's say I bought 10 pound stocks, which equals £50, and those 10 stocks go to £1,000 each. I've got £5,000
From
off of 50 quid.
Yeah.
I know people might be like, oh, that doesn't happen often. It happens. Obviously, you just have to be smart of where you put your P's. But if you was to put £20 in a month, £10 in a week, it snowballs. And when you see it working, that's what's gonna make you want to put £300 in, £100, £200, £1,000 in, whatever. But it's just what you put your money into in it. But you can start off with anything. You can start off with tenner.
And you know what it is, bro? This is going back to how the rich stay rich. Yeah, like this, because you know what it is, coming from like a consumer mindset. Yeah, it's like this is like so the reverse, because it's like your money's working for you now.
Money's working.
Like let's be real, we've come from places, yeah, and we've experienced ourselves having to always graft and bust your ass for money, bro. Pause. Yo, that's weird. Sorry, but yeah, that's what man's come from. You get me? And now man's talking about, yo, you can just put your money there and it can just double, or it can slowly accumulate to having a large pot over time. And that's something that, especially if you're in them jobs where it's like you don't get time to actually think, and you just making money, spending money, money, spending money. These are some of the things that you miss out on. And we've always been told, you gotta work hard, you gotta graft, blah, blah, blah. You still have to do that. You still have to put in effort in that. But, bro, some of these people have accumulated money. And like you're saying, they got the money in stocks and shares. And they're just living off the interest, bro.
Living off the interest. Or for example,
what hard work is that?
Or for example, me having the goal of getting a yard and busting my ass to get this 20k deposit, when some man have invested 3-4 bags into a share, and they've made half of the price of the house back in the time of it, like in the space of a year, 12 months.
Facts.
And it's not even a thing where it's like, oh, he's lucky, it happens. That was just calculation. You know the business is going to do well. You understand who the CEOs are, what the business does. If you're a person who uses the business as well, or uses the service that the business has, like you would know how well it's doing and what, like if you're a pop-up person who can understand these things and you can see the future essentially, like you'll be laughing.
No, facts. And another thing, obviously, to pivot from the I don't know why Kim was saying pivot, but to
It's your favourite word today still.
bro, but to pivot from the stocks and shares thing, like even the whole how the rich stay rich, yeah. I was even thinking about this today, yeah. Well, I don't know me today, but my bedroom from work, yeah, he started a cleaning business, innit? Mm-hmm. And he's obviously been getting companies recently. Not companies, like people to do his stuff and that. Mm-hmm. And obviously he was just talking about it, innit? And it just made me realise, like, because as man was in work, he was talking about it, innit? And it just made me realise, like, yo, and obviously running your own business is not for everyone, innit? There's so many ways in which you can mash peas. Mm-hmm. But sometimes it just makes you think, like, yo, like, we really think that working is just a normality. Like, we really don't realise that there's an outside world to showing up to work and mashing peas. Whether that's a stocks and shares, whether that's having your own business, whether that's so many other things that you can do in it. Like, we really have, like, sometimes we're so blinded that there's other ways that you can mash peas, you know? You don't have to get up and wake up at 9 to make peas. Like, and the reason I said his example is because he can literally, his business, he can get a job and he can send cleaners to do the work whilst he's at work.
So it's doubling up.
But but like, sometimes you forget, like, yo, there's an outside world to this, you know? There's an outside world to this.
Sometimes man's so tunnel visioned, it's just like, go home, wake up, work. You're thinking, don't get it twisted. Sometimes the pay slip's sweet, but a lot of the time it's not sweet enough.
Facts.
So man sometimes forgets, like, yo, I really could be doing this and getting this, and 100%, blood, 100%. Because sometimes I think, yo, I look at my wage slip, I'm like, I did all right this month, but how am I going to buy a house in 5 years with this? And then I'm thinking, pick up more hours or something. You know what I'm saying? That's how to catch you.
Yeah. Facts.
That's how to catch, man. And then
or sell harder.
Break your back before you know you're sick and you're not, bro.
Facts.
Whatever, but yeah, sometimes man does forget. Like, yo, man could really just be patterning up, bro, and just having something working whilst you're not working. For example,
how the rich stay rich.
Bro,
realistically, like man said, stocks and shares is one way of doing it. But let's say we're focusing on stocks and shares, 'cause that's been what we talk about mainly. Realistically, your stocks and shares, if you get to a point where you got a certain amount of capital in there, bro, whilst you're working, your money's growing. Whilst you're sleeping, your money's growing. Like, your money's working for you whilst you're working. Like, that's so outside of the norm, which is how the rich stay rich. And because they don't work for money no more.
And that's the problem. It's so normal, but we don't know about it. Or
but it's normal for a set.
Yes. Yeah.
Set group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know for a set group of people, bro.
And this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to make it normality for everybody around me, because there's so much opportunity. And it's not a thing where it's like, man has to gatekeep this, or, oh, don't tell too many people about it. If anything, you tell more people about it, the market moves better.
Yeah. And realistically, like you said, people are making the market move without them even knowing that they're making it move.
Basically.
Every time you buy a Nike, you're making it perform better. Every time you're buying an iPhone, you're making it perform better.
And you want to know how this works? Because Nike or whoever the company is will eventually get their revenue and their numbers, and then they do something when they reveal their earnings over the quarter, over 3 months. And if their earnings performs, then people will believe in the company more. So what did they do? They buy.
Yeah.
So us buying these products, we're adding to the earnings of what the company has totaled over the span of 3 months or whatever. So we are the reason the market is moving, innit? We are moving the market, so...
And that's bro, and when you really think about it, yeah, not to get all conspiracy theorist-ish, but you know, it's like you can benefit off people being dumb in a sense. Not saying people are dumb, but like uneducated, which is not dumb. Dumb is completely different. Uneducated, so uneducated is not knowing something in it. But like, if people don't know that, okay, let's say over a lifetime I've spent 10 bags on Nike, yeah, but I've helped the company Nike grow, yeah. It's like, people don't realize you can own a part of this company.
You've given them free money.
And you can own a part of this company.
You've given them free money to go buy their CEO's holiday homes.
Facts.
When you could be buying Nike products and getting yourself your own holiday home.
Facts. And you've contributed to the shareholders of Nike stock price going up.
And they could be giving you dividends as a thank you for owning the product and buying the product.
Bro, we've been lied to.
Bro, we ain't even been lied to, bro. We never got taught. Because
uneducated.
That's all it is.
Uneducated.
And this is why I'm pushing this. You know, like the way I'm pushing this to people that I care for and all of this stuff, bro. People probably think I'm in a pyramid scheme or something. People probably thinking, who's this geezer selling to or something. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's because I genuinely care, and there's more than enough for it to go around for everybody. Like, why do we have to be consumers? We don't have to be consumers, bro.
Facts. Obviously, naturally we can be, but at the same time, you can be a consumer in a way where more of your spend is more investing.
Yeah, I don't like. Obviously, man's gonna always be a consumer. Because I'm not gonna say I'm never buying an iPhone again, but I'm gonna invest in them. But I mean, like a consumer exclusively.
Yeah. Facts.
And when you're saying like, everyone's profiting off the dumb people, we were the dumb people, bro.
Facts.
I was the dumb person.
Facts.
It was me.
No, facts.
I was dumb.
Facts.
So,
bro. Sorry, go on.
No, go.
Because you know what it is, yeah. Obviously, as we're speaking now, because I would say I love business in it. I love like the aspect of setting up a business and building a business in it. But bro, everyone says it in it. Not everyone has to do that. But what you're talking about in terms of stocks and shares is so simple, bro, and it's so straightforward. Like you said, you could just get an ETF, yeah, where it's like an ETF is like where it's like multiple companies grouped together in it. You don't have to invest in individual companies, bro. But like, you see, who's building a business and starting a business, unless you really enjoy that, yeah, why would you just not what money you would use to invest in the business, go invest in some stocks and shares, bro.
And anybody that says, I don't know where to begin, I don't know what stock to get, start with an ETF. You don't have to really worry too much because the companies, the top 500 companies in a S&P, they're based in the US. They're all US. That's guaranteed like 10% each year. All of it, there's Nvidia, there's Palantir, there's whatever's in there. They're all in that one. And then you've got the all world that I was telling you about yesterday, where it's like 60% US, but then the other 40% is like Japan, Australia, United Kingdom, whatever. So if the US is doing whatever the US is doing and it's not doing too well, you can rely on all of those other things. But that one's got thousands of companies in there. Trust me, 600 of them have to do well at some point. 400 of them are going to do well at some point. 300 of them are going to be poor because of it's a AI space, which is going down the hill. But the other ones are drinks and food and company. Like that one there is like the perfect starting point. Those two, the Vanguard All World or the S&P 500 Vanguard as well. Obviously, there's some other ones that you can look into, but they're my ones. Not financial advice, by the way. That's how I have to start telling man now, you know. See, now that I've been doing this. Because the man said, I'm down 20 pounds. What's this about? It's not financial advice.
Yeah, nah, bro. And even like what you said, if you want to start with an ETF, you can just start as well with what do you buy every single day? What companies are you always like, that you're always investing in? Like man said, people always buy Nike trainers. People always buy Apple iPhones. That's this is not financial advice, by the way. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
for sure,
even that in that aspect in it, like,
for sure. And that's how I see it now. And you know how fun life has actually become now. Like I'm becoming an adult, bro. Like I read I'm on the news and that now.
Yeah.
Because of these things. Like for example, you was talking about like Duolingo and stuff. I would then research more about what they're gonna do moving forward, other people's opinions, because these things are all important. Because some people will have different aspects. Because they might be like, "Yo, imagine if Duolingo starts opening their own schools," and you think, "Oh my god, why didn't I think of that?"
Yeah,
that would give me a reason to want to invest more in these things. I want to learn more about the CEO, what they want to do for the company, watch a few videos, do some research. Then before you know it, bro, you fell in love with a company.
Facts.
And then when you fall in love with a company, you invest in the company.
Facts.
And then before you know it, you put the money in, and hopefully if it does well, bro, you've made money with this company that you love. And the company has given you rewards for loving the company and supporting and respecting the company.
Facts. And like you said, in terms of how you can set it up as well, you can set it up with safer bets with like ETFs and just manage your money like that. Put most of your money in like ETFs and then take the risk with the rest of your money on like these individual companies. But
that could do super well or might not. But that's what you take the risk in. But the ETF, I do like a 50-50 split. I'll put, let's say I put £500 into my stocks and shares account. I'll put 250 straight into my ETF, and I'll use the other 250 and I'll split it between the individual stocks like a Google or a Tesla or whatever it is. Yeah. You get me? So because they're the riskier ones that could either plummet or they could just shoot up and make me a millionaire overnight.
And you know what it is, bro? And what I'm just realizing as man just speaking there, is like, you see, I still feel like, because you don't know what you don't know, innit? And obviously, like, there's still millions of more ways on how to mash peas that 100%. Man don't know yet, because, like you said, we're still learning certain things. But man will get there, innit? Like, these are like I said, building wealth and these things are long-term games. Like, you're not going to know everything overnight.
Nah. And you see these conversations that I'm having with people that own stocks and shares and that, bro. They'd think I'm in their tax bracket now, just because it's a conversation that you don't have with the normal person. You know, the normal person who doesn't know anything about it. Yeah. Like I could be here and somebody could be up here, millionaire. You see when we're talking stocks and shares? Like this. Even though they might have zillions of pounds in their account and I might only have 15 quid in there.
Any stock could boom, innit?
It's the information. The information's the same. The knowledge, the banter, the wanting to educate each other. And because like I said, I could be down here and this person could be up here. He could be putting me on game for all of these. Think about. And I could be telling him about the little man stuff. And he's like, and it's only worth £10 a share.
Yeah, facts.
That boy could pump 50 bags in there just because he's got it laying around.
Facts. The video that man was talking about, where that was talking about, the guy was basically like, so like he basically was like individual traders versus like, you know, like have like Wall Street, and people that invest like billions of pounds of loads of people's money put together in like a company, and they just invest it in stocks and shit. He's basically like individual traders, are now in a better position because they're more nearer to what's happening in it, and know they're in the streets basically. They can see. You know, like how now, like today, man was in shoe, and I was like, rah, Crocs. I didn't know Crocs started making these different type of shoes and bags and stuff like that. But he was basically saying, because he's come up is like that, innit? He's called arbitrage. He does arbitrage trading. Okay. So it's basically like looking at what's going on with his, like, just being out there doing research and stuff like that, and picking companies like that basically. But he's saying like people that are in like Wall Street and stuff like that, they can't really do that because they're not underground in it.
Yeah, they're just doing the basics like gold and silver.
And they're more like big companies and like they don't really have the time to be, because basically that same brother, one of his come-ups was like, basically he saw that Snapple the drink. He basically saw that Snapple stopped stocking in his local shop, and then he decided to short the stock in it. This was like years ago, and he done that because of what he saw. But it's basically like someone, oh my god. He basically was like, someone in Wall Street, that's managing like £1 billion fund or £100 million fund, they wouldn't notice these things. The mind's not thinking like that. They're not thinking, I'm gonna go into my local shop, see a drink that's not selling like that, and think I'm gonna short this stock. So basically, that's his method of trading, in like arbitrage trading. But yeah, bro, how the rich stay rich, man. Like,
how the rich stay rich. Blood, I'm learning, and like I said, have a stocks and shares account. Pump that up with as much bread as you can. Invest in the right things. Get the bread turning whilst you're working. If you've got a good job with a good pension, that's a bonus as well. Now you've got stocks working for you. You got your pension working for you. You've got a base salary. If you've got a lifetime ISA, you've got extra P's just in case you are gonna ever invest in a property over here. Like, there's a lot of things, man. If you know any more things, little tips and tricks on how the rich stay rich, or how we can be better with our money and make more money, and just the basics of money management and things like that, leave a comment below.
Or DM, man.
Or drop a DM, because I'd love to know as well, personally. And I'd love to share it with the masses as well.
Yeah. So yeah, bro, next topic,